What you're seeing is not a Minecraft mod and not someone's map. It's a block sandbox I wrote myself from scratch in Python. A whole world. Hills, trees, sandy beaches, water, and it's huge, generated on the fly as you walk. You can roam it, dig, build. Animals live here and a dragon even flies around. And the best part, the whole world is computed by Python and the browser draws it. Let's break down how it works and how to repeat it. Yes, a real dragon. It flies, hunts you and breathes fire. It's also written in a couple dozen lines, and by the end of this video you'll understand how to build one too. Let me answer the main question up front. How can Python, a language usually used for scripts and bots, run a 3D game? The secret is division of labor. The heavy graphics are handled by the browser, which can draw 3D on the graphics card. And all the logic, what the world is, where the blocks and animals are, lives in Python. Python prepares the data, the browser shows it. It's a real combo. The brains in Python, the beauty in the browser. And it runs anywhere there's a browser. What you need will pleasantly surprise you. Just Python and one small library for terrain generation. The browser 3D engine is already bundled in the project. Nothing to download. It installs with a single command in the terminal in a couple of seconds. That's it, you can start building the game. Let's start with the world. File world.py. To make hills look natural instead of random junk, we use Perlin noise, smooth random terrain. I add 2 waves. One big, setting the large hills, and one small, adding bumps. I sum them round to whole blocks, and there's the ground height at any point. Change the seed, you get a different world, but it's always reproducible. Next, a trick without which everything would crawl. The world has millions of blocks, but you can't draw every cube. So for each block we check its 6 sides. If the neighbor is air, that face is visible, draw it. If the neighbor is also a block, the face is hidden inside, skip it. In the end, we build only the visible shell of the world, and the frame flies. We cut the world into chunks and assemble such a light mesh for each. Now how it gets into the browser. We spin up a tiny server right in Python, no frameworks at all. The browser asks, give me the chunk of the world at these coordinates. Python takes our functions, builds the geometry of that chunk, and returns it as a plain response. So the server is our world generator, which the browser calls on the fly as the player roams. And here's the browser side, very little code. It requests a chunk of the world from Python, gets lists of points and triangles, and assembles a mesh from them right on the graphics card. We slap on the block texture, and the chunk appears in the world. 20 lines, and in front of us is a real 3D scene you can already walk around. A dead world is boring, so we populate it. Pigs, sheep, cows, chickens wander on their own. Zombies chase you. Each animal is a few cubes, body, head, legs. But so they aren't faceless boxes. The head has its own face texture. Eyes, a snout, a beak, horns, a couple of strokes, and a box turns into a recognizable animal. Here's the whole trick with the faces. The head cube has 6 faces, and on the front one we put a drawn little face, and on the rest just color. We turn the head toward the player, and the animal looks at you with its eyes, not a faceless side. From the same cubes we assemble the body, legs, horns for the cow, wings for the dragon. 0 downloaded models, everything is drawn in code. And the pinnacle, the dragon boss, is bigger than everyone, has lots of health, hovers in the air, dives at the player and spits fireballs. Essentially it's the same animal, just with wings, flight and an attack. Beating it is a real challenge already, and it's a great goal for future episodes with missions. How to dig and build. From the center of the screen we cast an invisible ray. It tells which block we're looking at. Left button removes that block, right one places a new one next to it. The change itself goes to the server, Python edits the world and sends back the updated piece, the browser redraws it. That's why builds are real and don't disappear. And a nice touch that brings the world to life, water. The moment the player enters water, we turn off normal falling. The body stays afloat. Space, you swim up. But if you dive underwater, air starts draining, and when it's gone, health goes down. Forgot to surface, you drown. Simple rules, but it already feels like a real game. Digging with no goal is boring, so there's an inventory and a crafting table. When you break a block, the resource drops into the inventory. And a recipe is just a dictionary, what to spend and what you get in return. From logs you make planks, from planks and sticks, a sword or a pickaxe. We check whether there are enough resources. Take them and hand out the finished item. 20 lines and you have a real crafting system like in big games. Let me answer what's already on your mind. Does it lag? No, we draw only the visible faces, so even a big world flies. Do you need to download anything heavy? No, the engine is already bundled, we install only Python. Will it run on a weak computer? Browser 3D runs even on average hardware, and in theory even on a phone. And yes, everything here is ours. Not a single downloaded model or texture. Every pixel is drawn in code. Let's quickly run through what already works so you get the scale. An endless world with biomes and trees. You dig and build any block. Inventory and a crafting table. From wood and stone you make planks, swords, pickaxes, axes, shovels. You swim in water and underwater your air runs out, you can drown. Animals, enemies, a dragon boss, health and combat. This is no longer a 5-minute demo, but a small yet real game. Why build this yourself? Because in a single project you touch 3 strong things at once: procedural generation and logic in Python, how 3D graphics work, and the server browser combo that half the internet runs on. These are exactly the skills valued in game dev and on the web. And making a game is 100 times more fun than boring textbook exercises. And this is only the first episode. Next we'll do more. Missions and quests, new bosses, shadows and pretty water, and the tastiest part, online multiplayer, so you can invite a friend into your world. And since the world already lives on the server, networking fits in here almost by itself. So subscribe so you don't miss the sequel. I posted the whole game code on our Telegram channel SIGMENT Academy. Grab it, run it yourself, and tweak it. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Next we'll build something even cooler. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.